So I think the best thing about being my own boss is the flexibility that gives you. I am a mother of a 7-year-old, and so it's good to be able to have that flexibility to attend school and be with him. But equally, I've never felt my job was really a 9 to 5 anyway, and so actually to be able to have the flexibility to offer that to clients is a good thing. I've also found that I can decide the direction in which the company goes, which I find, is probably one of the best things about being my own boss, because I can choose where it goes and where it ends up. And I think unapologetically being able to be me and show my experience, which is something I've probably shied away from before. So I think those are my best bits. So I think the worst thing about being your own boss is very much that the buck stops with me, and sometimes that is a very difficult situation to be in. You are dealing with some very complicated situations at times, particularly in my role, and I find probably one of the hardest things is the working on your own. My business, I'm a self-employed almost, individual working on my own within the limited company. So I don't actually have anybody that I work with on a regular basis within my company. So, making decisions, batting ideas around, having support, or just discussing things can be quite difficult. So I think that's probably the worst thing about it, really. So the things that I have learned about myself during my 3 years in business has been that I am a lot more resilient than I probably give myself credit for. Dealing with difficult situations and changing markets and making some tough decisions at times has given me a level of resilience that I knew I had in me, but let's just say it's been tested quite a lot over the last 3 years. I've also learnt a lot about myself and growing and where I want to send the business in the future, which has been quite interesting. And I think just learning to ride the roller coaster has been something that I've had to learn to do, which I work in property, so riding a roller coaster is something you do anyway naturally as an estate agent, but it's a whole new level of roller coaster at the moment. So that's something that you learn, I think, which is a good thing. Yeah. Adaptability is also something else which has been great, really. You've got to learn to adapt to situations and learn to be open to suggestion, to where the company's going, to where you end up being sent down a route maybe that you never thought you would. And so sort of being open to that and adaptability has been huge benefit, really. So I think my top 3 tips, if you're thinking of starting your own business, which is a really difficult one, and I've stewed over this. Um, so I think my main one was just get started. I think if you're somebody who is thinking, I've got this great idea, but I've just not got the confidence to do it, I would just do it. Start, because if you start, you can take baby steps towards making it work. And I think that would be my it's not as hard as you think actually getting started if you get the right support behind you and speak to people like the Chamber and the Growth Hub. I do think that's a big one. My second one was be open to change and new things. Be open to creativity and the world is fast changing at the moment, and there's a lot of change around us. And I think being open to that is the key to success moving forwards, and not to be rigid within what you think your business should look like, because sometimes it can change along the way, and just be prepared for that and not necessarily block it. My third tip is a little bit going back to what I was saying earlier. I think make sure you've got support around you and look out for support. Attend networking events, because you do tend to meet people who are like-minded, as well as business connections. But I think, you know, reach out for support, look for mentoring, look for people who can help you along your way. Don't necessarily hold back from doing that, because that is something that will push you on forwards in where you want to be.